since my injury, like things are just getting like good again. You know, it honestly took that long, but yeah, they're just getting so it's like um, I'm able to learn and not get hurt. You know, because before it was like I would get hurt every 5 seconds, like when I tried to do something. I'm stubborn, so I was just powering through it.
So you're starting to feel, starting to feel pretty comfortable again?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still got to learn a lot of basic stuff, but I'm all for it, you know. It took a long time to get to that point, though, in my brain where I was okay with it, you know. It's hard to go from being able to do everything that I was able to do to square one again, you know. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So could you see yourself maybe filming for like a edit or anything, like maybe like some clips in a fit video or something coming up?
definitely good, definitely. I want to film a little video part or something with Elf too, you know. It'll be
Yeah,
uh, obviously it won't be the same, you know, because I was at such a high level, and it took me crashing to even realize that I was. But um, it'll be more like you know coming around to being able to ride again, and it'll be like a coming home type of part. I think that sounds cool, all warm and coming home again, you know.
I mean, regardless, yeah, it would be sick.
Yeah, I'm excited. I actually have been thinking about that when I go ride. It'll probably be a lot of trails and just flowing up parks and stuff, but it's all good. That's what I'm about, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm really lucky to be able to even be able to do that. So,
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you made it out to that new Woodward in Park City yet?
I would drive by it every day for my job, and I even knew it was going there like a long time before it was there
Oh,
because
okay.
of, Wessel. And like I honestly helped build the trails a little bit, and then they kind of gave me the cold shoulder and said I needed to sign a waiver and powder because if I got hurt, it could be a blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, they're owned by Powder
This is
Corporation.
Yeah, I'm like this is what I do for life. Like I'm not gonna get hurt, you know. This is how
Yeah.
BMX guys work, man. But they didn't like that, so they told me to leave, and I'd already worked there 2 days, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. Kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, but I'm definitely gonna go there
Yeah, it looks fun.
in the winter. Yeah, it looks to ride the trails mainly. Honestly, as far as cement parks go, it's probably the least desirable one in Salt Lake because there's,
Okay.
but kind of expensive too, if you ask me. But I'm not. I'm pretty frugal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you might be able to get a visiting pro pass or whatever, but who knows? Yeah.
That
So, what year did you turn pro? Speaking of pro, I mean, what year did you officially turn pro in BMX?
see 98. 98 I got on bully bikes and started traveling and doing contests. And the first contest I went to, well, the first contest I went to was I entered amateur, and Fuzz and Lavin I think paid for my ticket out to
Oh
Pittsburgh.
wow.
I entered amateur in the jumping contest. It was at an NBL national and everything at South Park track, and um, that was probably 97. And then 98, Fuzz and TJ got me on bully, talked to them about me, and um, yeah, it was probably 90, 98 is when I turned pro though, for sure.
Okay. And you were only on bully for about a year, right?
Yeah, 1 year on bully.
And then down, you went to Mosh, and then you were on Mosh up until around 2000. You got on Fit.
Yeah, I was on Mosh for a year also, and then I got a call from Robbie that was like, "Hey, Mikey, you wanna start this company we're gonna do with the rest of them? I'm just gonna back it, and it's gonna be called Fit." And all I knew about it after the call, he sent me a postcard, that
Uh,
was I think Robbo doing an turn down on it
okay.
with the Fit logo, the key logo behind it. And I was like, yeah, I got to. So it was hard to leave Mosh though, because it friends and everything. But I mean, you'd only get that chance every once in a lifetime. So I definitely
Yeah.
took it.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think a lot of people know, but you were offered a chance to ride for GT in about 2008, correct?
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
turned that down,
yeah.
obviously.
It was a lot of money, and I was like, I told him because my friend, my close friend, that was Chuck Fallon, and he was the GT guy that would go on the road with them and take care of them and fix their bikes at the contests. And I was like, money can't buy happiness, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta stay happy, man, because I'm making way less, but I don't know, I'm happy.
Yeah, man. And on a similar note, you left Vans for Low Tech too, and that was kind of
that that didn't
remember,
really pan out, but it was
you
good
went for it.
times with a good team, and their shoes were good. I think the heart just wasn't there for the
Yeah, and
long.
it, and it was, it was a core BMX company, so it was a cool, move at the time.
Yeah, that's not at all what I thought about though. Making the decision. I love Vans. Like Vans is awesome,
Yeah,
but I
definitely.
help a company, and it would have taken a long time, obviously. But I wanted to help a company grow in BMX, and Rich at the time was down for it, and it just I don't know, it made sense to me at the time, and then I think Stranger came along, and Rich was trying to multitask two startup companies, and I don't think he could do that. So
Yeah, no, and footwear and BMX has always seemed like it's been a tricky situation, even with
yeah,
Orchid and stuff.
yeah, I definitely think like if he was gonna make a shoe company last, you would need to get everybody from all aspects of sporting or whatever it's called, skating.
Yeah,
Just because their shoes held up for that as well, and they're really
yeah,
good, But Vans is awesome. I talked to them, and they're helping me out with shoes again, so it's all you need there. And I
that's
like Vans
awesome.
history, and I actually made it into that book they made.
No way. I haven't checked that
Yeah,
out yet.
for I can't remember when it's probably like 5 years old or so, but I'm in the section for the Triple Crowns. Yeah,
Oh wow,
I'm not sure.
that's dope. Oh hell yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I got that at one of the Triple Crowns, and yeah, um, they're just helping me out again, and they put me in that book before this happened, and I'm in their section for the Vans Triple Crown, I think. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, you've always seemed like you're very fashion influenced. Kind of where does that come from? Do you feel it's important that
Um,
goes, side by side with BMX?
I've always, since I was a kid, had to be different, you know. And whenever everyone had the same stuff, like my shopping for my family was at the thrift store, and we got a pair of new shoes, you know. So I would go through and find all the shirts that were said funny things on them, or were like a bank or something, or just looked cool to me,
Yeah,
and I'd buy it because hold on, there's a glare here.
no, you're good.
So I mean that was now I think that the shirts you get are at like um little vintage stores and stuff, and they're like $35 that I used to find at the thrift store for like $1.50, and I'm like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, and then like all the jeans and stuff came about. I'm gonna correct this before the girl jeans. I saw a kid write girl jeans right
They
there.
already came up. Yeah, I knew it would.
It wasn't girl jeans for me. My wife worked at a store called JMR, and they carried Diesel and Seven and all this stuff. And she would get her discount plus plus her discount. The store's this they're like making her gold discount, and I did
Okay,
jeans for like $10,
that's
and
crazy.
and they were like 250 or whatever,
Oh
107.
yeah,
But people are like, you riding in those? I'm like, why not, dude? These are cheap Walmart jeans, But
yeah, man.
the ones I wore may have. I don't think I were ever girl jeans, and I don't care if they were. I just never took it radical, to where. So I saw some dudes wearing the ones with tiny little back pockets and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, that's cute.
Or no back pockets even. I've seen a couple,
Yeah, I mean,
with
teach their own, but that ain't
for
me.
sure.
I'll wear girl jeans if I like Chase Hawk. I started wearing
I mean, I definitely wore girl jeans too in about, around 2006, 2007, and I think a lot of us did. So
The thing that happened with them is they put stretch in them in the jean material, so you were allowed to move around your bike and stretch around. You know,
yeah, definitely.
before they started doing it in jeans that were inexpensive. You know.
Yeah, definitely. And you were doing your own clothing project around kind of after the time after your incident. Can you talk about that a little bit? Yeah.
I'm actually trying. I just started up trying to get it going again. Just doing some shirts. You know, I'm not gonna try and make it a clothing company if it doesn't have
Okay.
itself, but I'm just doing it for fun. And Vigilantia is on my family crest. It says Arboret Vigilantia, and that's a Latin term,
Okay.
strength and vigilance. So after I crashed, we just took Vigilantia and went with it because I needed help with medical bills. You know, as Burns does right now, it's crazy when you don't have health insurance what you go through. So we did that, and we got a good turnout from it. Like people were psyched on it and bought stuff, but
That's
all
rad.
that money to remake shirts and whatever, you
Yeah.
know, put back into the company. I had to um, put into my medical bills. So once I did that, I was just like, cool, I'm at zero again. You know, so now I'm gonna try. I want to try and actually do it again. I got some people up at 50-50 that are helping me. This guy named Jason, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make a few shirts, and I have ideas in my head. So
Oh, that's sick. And that's awesome news.
yeah, it'll be fun. See where it goes and what happens with it, and probably give a few guys around here shirts just to get the word out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, speaking of, your local scene, how is that these days, Is it as big as it was, kind of
Dude,
back around
it's bigger.
bigger? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I went down to the trails the other day, and I missed the trail day, which is like Tuesday, I think, at Tanner Tuesdays, maybe. That's why they did it. I don't know.
Oh, that's dope.
But
Yeah,
they said the day I missed that there was 20 people down there,
that's
and
crazy.
I haven't done that since back in the day at my our trail's 39th Street. Back then, there was late 90s. There was like that many people out there riding, but that's when that was the only thing to ride. You know, parks. There were no cement parks. I mean, you could ride street, but I think Elf and like a couple people were the only people that went out, and I went out every once in a while. How did you learn taillips, Mikey? What was first jump? Um, in Erie, PA, we were just messing around on the jump at Jim's house. It was called the ferret jump, you know, like trick ferret.
Was it like a step up or something?
Yeah, yeah. There's clips of it in Empire East and stuff, but that's where I first did taillips in that video part, Empire East. I mean, we were just trying them, and I think me and Bennett, and it ended up working out. And I was like, oh, cool. So I've never really done them since. I do. I was doing before I crashed downside whip to disaster because I thought they looked cool,
Yeah, those are dope. Yeah.
but I just I don't know. I can pick and choose tricks. What tricks I like? How many tries? I don't know, man. Less than 10.
Less than
Sometimes
10, that's pretty good.
it was maybe less than 5. I can't. I mean, my brain's pretty splattered.
Yeah, I know for sure though. That's sick.
It's coming back around.
Do you
Just
uh do you have any favorite riders right now? Like I don't know how much
I
I know
don't.
you love Brian Foster, obviously. He's your all
Yeah,
time, but
yeah. Gosh, I really like Matty Aquazap. A lot of trail dudes. I like. What's that dude on Colts name? The main like.
Dan Foley.
No. He does like all these crazy bowl airs and vert.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's slipping my mind right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll think of it in a bit. Maybe someone can just come in here on here and type it in.
I know it. I just watched the edit with him, but yeah, I mean,
Well, he
obviously I
just
know.
did that carve around a bowl and then he aired out of the bowl part. Yeah, I like Chase Hawk. Corey Walsh. Yeah, Corey Walsh. Yeah,
Yeah,
Corey
Corey Walsh.
Walsh.
Yeah.
There's some younger kid from Australia that kind of rides airs the vert
Oh
shit. I
yeah,
think it's really up and coming and cool.
he's on
Um,
fly. Yeah, he's really good.
I I respect a lot of people. Well, yeah, Watts, geez, he does everything. He makes riding a bike look like it's ain't no thing.
Oh yeah, he's like a freak of nature. He's so good.
Yeah, Jason Watts, yeah, he's good. Sam Coke, Coke. Yeah, I don't know that kid, but I pretty much like like when people unlike people that do their own thing. Cody Pollard, yeah, that guy blast. Um, I like it when kids just do their own thing and don't really, at least break out of the mold a little bit in their own way, if that makes any sense.
No, totally makes sense.
Yeah, Chris Fox, man, I like Chris Fox a lot.
Oh yeah,
I
he's so
like
fast.
Dugan too. Dugan, actually, Dugan's awesome. Yeah, Tom Russell. Yeah, all these names ring a bell in my brain, which is good because uh, it usually takes names for me to remember stuff. But yeah, all those guys are good, man. Um, who else? My brain, man. One thing to the next. What's his name that just got on fit? Dude,
Brad Sims.
dude, Sims is the man too.
Oh yeah, he's on a mission right now.
Yeah, he is, and he was on a mission before, dude.
I know that, but he's like he's pushing his mid 30s and he's on fire and it's
Yeah,
so
he's
cool.
3 years younger than me, so he's 34.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, the man. He's such a good dude too. I love
And he
Brad.
can ride everything, man. He can ride trails.
Yeah,
He can air a quarter super high.
that's the way it needs to be again. We used to just ride everything because if you were going from the trails to this or that, we would want to be able to ride there. We didn't want to just sit there. So
Yeah, totally.
I think it went like this. Our trails 39th got plowed, and then they opened the very first rail ride here in like, geez, it must have been like 99 or 2000. And then they started to build cement pikes all around, and I always went road street with Elf. So yeah, I'm 37, man. What's it to you? I'm a teenager at heart, though, baby. Yeah, I was 25 when I crashed, and now I'm 37. It's nuts. It went by like a snap of a finger, too. Yeah. Tips on in downs? I would say just the main thing people forget is to be light-handed, and they kind of grip their bars like white knuckle style. Obviously, your feet need to move also, but that kind of happens when you move your hands. So you take to the inside bar and you fold it. You let your inside hand roll under the grip. So you're kind of gripping it like that, and then pull the bike towards your chest. So yeah, and then just repetition, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, sounds like good advice right there. Let's see here. Any other questions? Still remember
Still
watching it.
still remember your days watching 2007 on turndowns too, man. They just take. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done turndowns since I crashed, but I honestly all this stuff I did and do, I remember how to do it all. It's in my brain. And the first process to doing a trick for me, and I want to tell people too, is picture yourself doing it in your head, because that's the first step in anything. If you believe it, you can do it. You just gotta picture yourself doing it, and then kind of, I guess, get tips helps also, and then just remembering and seeing yourself doing it allows you to be able to do it. So, but all the tricks I did, I can still feel doing them. I can still remember it, what to do, how to do it. So now that my brains came back around, I feel like I'll be able to do whatever I want. So we'll see where it goes. I'm not gonna press it, like, because after you have one TBI, it's easier to have a TBI.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not gonna be crazy guy and go try to do everything, because I've kind of on the back nine now. So, but I still want to do some of the things and have fun with them, and that's basically all it is to me. It's all it's ever been, is just fun.
That's
So
awesome, man.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah, Brett Banda Sandwich kind of
Or-
said the same thing about that. He said like he remembers how to do everything, but his body at first, wasn't cooperating.
Yeah,
So
your body doesn't, and then for me, the body stuff was. Are you remembering all these questions? Because I won't.
I Chase Hawk's question. I can remember that one for you.
Yeah, this kid's wondering what my favorite video part was, and then someone else was wondering. I want to answer him, but I can't get to it right now.
No, you're good.
Want to know how the three the downside fast plant came about. So,
Yeah, that's a sick one.
what was I talking about before I rudely interrupted myself?
It's all good. We were kind of talking about how you kind of remember how to do certain tricks, but
Oh yeah,
physically it kind of takes a
for
minute to get
me it
there.
was the like I did all the physical part pretty easy, pretty not easy. I don't want to say easy, but fast because I had a guy helping me turn on my muscles again and get them working again.
Oh, that's cool.
But uh, then after that became the after I passed kind of physical and getting it down. I'll be working on it for life, but um, became the emotional and mental part, and that's what really wrecked me. So that's taking the long haul. If you can imagine your brain being scattered on the emotional and mental level, it's pretty rough. She's a doozy.
Yeah, no, it's miraculous how far it seems like you've come from that accident and everything, man.
Yeah, it's blessed that way.
Back to the questions. Chase Hawk was wondering how you approached filming video parts back in the day.
Um, I obviously had I'd go to spots and I had pictures of spots that I would take on my phone to remember where to go and stuff like that. Kids asking if I have dreams of being fully normal again and shredding like I used to. Um, but I'd go to spots and take pictures of them and have an idea of clips I wanted to film in my head.
Okay.
I would just, I wouldn't check them off the list or anything, but I would mentally remember and go to that. So and a lot of it too, I just let happen naturally.
Yeah, you kind of get there and you figure it out as you go, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't choose anything out of my limits either because I just like, dude, not worth it.
Is there anything notable that you've seen, like one of the craziest things you've seen on a bike in person? I'm sure there's been a few. You've been around for a minute,
Jeez,
but
it's hard to remember for me,
I
but
I bet,
I've
man.
witnessed a lot of fuzz riding, which is awesome.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Al's done a. I mean, just the guys from around here have done ridiculous stuff, and Matt as well, Behringer. Going to the backyard jam when I went was nuts too. Seeing all those people, but the level's definitely taken a lot of strides from
Yeah.
when I went down.
In some ways, for sure. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of new blood and there's a lot of new tricks, but there's a lot of stuff I watch that's 10 years old that is kind of mind blowing that you wouldn't see anybody doing today.
Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff people forget about because it seems like people kind of skip the basics these days and go straight for the the eye pleasing or what I consider to be, I don't know, just nuts tricks, because you can learn them into like foam pits and then take it to resi and then this or that. So I think people kind of skip the basics of learning how to pedal, taking a berm right, like so it's just. I'm not pointing any fingers or trying to say anything to each
Of
their own
course.
because I really don't care what you want to do as long as you're having fun. I'm all for it. So yeah, I think there's a lot of that. People don't they just don't know how to do a lot of the the beginning steps to pedaling and riding and rate, like, you know what I mean? Am I
Yeah,
making
yeah.
any sense here?
No, it makes total sense. And, we were talking about Corey Walsh earlier, and he came up racing, and I know you did. Do you think, racing builds a good foundation, obviously, like
I
compared to
do.
riders that don't have one?
I do, just for the reason that it helps you know how to pedal. You have to learn how to take berm. And you learn how to pump, which is a huge thing in BMX, is pumping because you have to do it. almost all the time if you want to make it set or make it, it's probably why Walsh can blast so damn high.
Yeah, probably. Dennis Anderson came
So,
up racing, Chad Curley, all those kids
yeah,
did.
I mean, racing is a great beginning way to do it. I mean, racing is a lot different now than it was when I started, but it's still fun. Like I'm actually going to go to the track tonight and pedal around, just
Oh,
because
nice.
I love it, man. It's still on two wheels and it's riding and yeah, chase hawk, chop more wood than a lumberjack. Yeah, baby. But I don't know if you chop more wood. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's a great way to get going and get into this, get into BMX, and I always tell kids as you buy a bike, just buy it complete. Or race bikes get nuts, but buy it complete. As you bend or break the parts, just replace them with American made.
Yeah,
Or
completes are so good now, you know. They're amazing.
yeah, so I don't really know where all that stands anymore, but I know they're good because people are, they've done their work overseas and done a lot of the what's it called? Done a lot of the work over there to make sure stuff's getting done right, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, no, it definitely seems like the quality's stepped up for sure.
My
Let's
trails.
see.
Oh, Parks. Some Matt. What's up, Matt? He's wondering how the Park City dirt jumps are going. This dirt park, they're going good, man. We have Elves helping with them this year. Cody Gessel, um, Kurt Perkins, and then we have Nick Way helping out too. So it's getting a solid crew building there. So it's going to be way better this year. I'm actually not on the team this year because I only took 8 because of um, COVID, but I'm going to go up anyway just because I've built jumps my whole life. I don't care if I'm going to get paid or not. And hopefully eventually they'll pay me because you need money to live, I guess.
Yeah, you do. It's the end of the
I found out the hard way. You need money to live.
yeah, man. Well, let's see. I got somebody was asking about your 360 foot plants. Kind of where did those come from as far as being influenced?
We were
Where
riding
did you?
the old little Devil Warehouse.
Okay.
I was trying to like go up in fast plant and then come back down the same side,
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
like pocket air. Not well, I guess it would be kind of a pocket air, but then go back into the same.
Because you shot one at Roots too on the sub rail. There's like a spine next to the hitching post at Roots, but it was you kind of went over this, kind of what you did in the square one
Yeah.
part.
No, it's not Nick Wade, the moto guy. I forgot there was 2 of those, but he's a good dude. But yeah, so Bennett was like filming me try that, and he's like, "Why don't you just try to go like into the other side of the spine?" I'm like, "Huh? Well, I guess that would work." So to me, it's a 360 downside fast plant. A lot of people say it's a back flip fast plant, but whatever we want to say or however it works out in your brains.
I think Ty Stuyvesant's one was more of a flip fast plant kind of when he does
Yeah,
his in at
to
spine
me,
at
I just
Cloud9.
looked at the wall and went to fast plant the wall, and then when you push off of it, you go back into the on the other side of the spine. So that came about with Bennett telling me to just try this, and I did, and it worked out. And that's the one that's in the Square One video at the Little Devil Warehouse. That was the very first one I did.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
So yeah, it was. They're fun though. That trick's really fun. It doesn't feel like you're doing a flip to me, just because my head. I don't like lean back and then stick my leg out. I go to the fast plant, the wall, and then push off of it. But that's kind of how it has to work out, is being like a flip, I guess.
And you've done a backflip. Obviously, I've seen it. Was that your only one? Not
No,
that it flips
I've
anything
done a few,
comparable, but
but
okay,
that 360 fast plant was before the
the
backflip.
backflip.
Yeah, and yeah, a lot of the backflips, the only backflips I've done, I've just done them kind of just joking around. I remember one time we are at the Metro Jam out in Toronto. They had little shitty dirt jumps. And I looked at Garrett Burns and I'm like, hey, would it be funny if I backflipped that one? He's like, yeah. So I went and backflipped this pile of shit dirt jump. And that was my very first. I bailed out the first try, like, but continued the rotation and landed on my feet and ran down the landing. And then the second one I did. So, um, Yeah, but I've done probably like a handful, maybe.
Oh,
Just
that's cool.
I don't know. They're a cool trick. It's just so many people do them. I've always liked to differentiate myself from the pack.
And it was cool. It was cool seeing you bring that, your style to Dew Tour, because I mean, at the time, there wasn't too many guys at the Dew Tour that weren't focused on, a lot of the big tricks, and you were kind of just doing your own thing. How did you
Yeah,
feel about those contests, man?
I liked them. I mean, I got nervous just because that's the thing is everyone's so nervous because they want to win money, and it's like, dude, you can't let money from take what BMX is from you. You know, if someone didn't pay me, I still ride. You know what I mean? And that's the same with contests. Is I'd still be riding with my friends somewhere. So to me,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a fun thing. When people get too serious in the roll-in or whatever, I just I would just um go go down the roll in and hang out with the fans and regular people because they're just partying and having fun. So to me, that's what it's all about, and it sucks when money gets in the way, but it again necessary evil, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like in BMX, there's only, a short stint that anybody can actually make money, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
cool for
but
a lot of guys. Probably like Doyle was saying, the Dew Tour definitely helped him with a few things, like his house, he got a new roof and stuff, but,
yeah,
you know,
I've never seen it like that though. Like, yeah, that is cool. That's awesome. I'm not whatever place he's coming from is where he's at. So I just think I've never been driven by money, you know.
yeah.
So I'm more driven by like friends, family, and just love, you know. So when something comes in and makes people think differently than they otherwise would, because if we were there riding and you didn't get paid, a lot of that shit wouldn't go down.
You mean like the big tricks and stuff the guys are sending?
Yeah, and what I was meaning also is a lot of the attitude.
Oh, okay.
So
That makes sense.
that would be gone if that stuff wasn't there. And it's hard. It's not easy for me, but I don't like it to get in the way of what I love. You know.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
So um, yeah, basically, I guess that's where that is.
And yeah, I don't think Doyle was coming at it from an aspect of,
Oh, I
being
know.
motivated by
I
money either,
wasn't
but
trying to
obviously.
pin
No,
it.
I just didn't want to come off that way either.
Yeah,
But
I know
he was
Doyle's not coming around that way.
I was clearing it up for everybody else too. But yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to pin that way of thinking on anyone. I'm just saying it's what it seems like to me, and that could be me just reading people wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that it is true that artist Fregoire did this My Square One shirt. You
Oh
know,
wow, yeah, I saw that shirt. Somebody was auctioning one off for the Sean
Bennett
Burns
or
benefit.
Biz's,
Yeah,
yeah.
Biz.
Um, I want him to do it again, but I guess Bennett lost the art that the Guar guy did or the screen printing thing. But
Yeah, that'd be a sick re-release. I know he's still doing Square One. A lot of people
yeah,
don't realize that he still has some stuff for sale.
yeah, it is. I saw a kid put about me be, I want to clear this up really quick.
Let's do it.
You know how everybody says I'm goofy, I can't do it at this, I can't do that because I'm not goofy, I can't do this because I am goofy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've
To
heard it.
me, I hate that word, and I hate the dick-footed comment because it's to me it was just the way that it felt right to do it on a bike, and for some people, oh, this is the way it would feel best to spin. And to me, it's just what works for you. You know, it's not this or that. It's just what works for you individually. So
Yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, Corey Bowen, he's same deal.
when
And
people pin a label on me like that, I'm like, dude, I'm not that. It's what worked out for me.
yeah,
But
totally.
I just wanted to try and clear that up, just because my nephew even he rides all the time, and he's like, oh, I can't do this because I'm goofy footed. I can't do this because I'm not. It's like, dude, then learn it opposite. There's no like barrier blocking you from learning it.
Yeah, I know that makes sense for sure.
But yeah, um, rumor has it Bennett lost. Yeah, he lost it while throwing his bike more than once, I'm sure.
Well, we can wrap this up, man.
It's up to you, man. I'm
I'll
whatever.
keep answering questions. If anybody's got questions, keep them coming.
Yeah, no worries, man. I like to. It's good to get on here and talk to everybody that's helped me out through the years. And
Somebody wants hard copy BMX archive. He's a big collector. He wants to know your favorite BMX DVD. So I guess that means your favorite video.
geez, there's way too many. But my favorite video, I go old school because that's what I came up watching all the time. But my favorite's got to be the first anthem.
First
And then
anthem.
I liked Lights Out. I liked all the videos Stu made, and then because that was on my list, right? I think Lights Out, 1201, and then I watched the Push videos, Push Tweakers, and then because that was more of the I figured out from my writing the style that I was into more. Funny thing
Yeah,
is the first one of the first new school tricks we call them at the time, because this was like before zeros, before O's. So it was bar spins, and I bar spun every set of a jump of a section at trails, and I had 4-piece bars, and a lot of people don't know that, but that's
I
kind
didn't
of
know
when I
that.
was figuring out who I wanted to be and which way I wanted to go on a bike. Do I have any low tech thing around I want to sell? I don't actually. I gave them all away, man. Not recently, but along the path to where I'm at now, I gave them away to people that needed shoes. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I still have I don't even have a pair of my signature high top one or mid top. I have a pair of the slip-ons, and I just took the laces out so I could wear them around.
How much input did you have in that shoe? I mean, I know
Um, as
it's
far
a
as
tricky
as
tricky
far as
thing.
the look side goes, I had a lot. I mean,
Oh, that's tight.
colorways a little bit. I think I'd choose a color and then he'd choose one or something like that. But as far as the um the story behind the 180 banger and Fit Life, um, before as far as the um like sole and everything went, that was all rich and they were really comfortable. So
Yeah, they're good.
did a good job, and he went way ahead of making the bottoms actually last. That's a lot of the shoes you wanted it to last a long time. And they were built like a brick shit house. So
Yeah, and were you also working on a jean with Fox at one time?
yeah, I was. It's funny you say that because I just pulled them out, a couple pair out of my keepings forever to
Okay.
wear because all my jeans are getting shredded, and I was like, I still have Fox jeans from when I was on, obviously because they were free, and I just ride them in and like sew them up and sew up the holes as I create them. And then I just pulled the Mike Aiken jean out that Fox was gonna make. I think they might have for a little bit. I can't remember,
They
but
did make it. Okay.
okay. But I just pulled them out because I was like, man, I need some new jeans. So I just pulled those ones out. But yeah, we can go. What was that question that kid just asked? The 180. Um,
That was the one
yeah,
where you took it a lot of times on that one, right?
yeah,
You
that
said
180 at Hollywood High, I think, was the school's not there anymore. I know that much, but it was a doozy, and I think a lot of that has to do with the tires, the tire pressure you could put in tires back then. I think my rear was a 2.125, and that was like as big as the slicks came in, and it punished me. I couldn't get the turnaround at first, so I just went to my back a bunch, and then one time I did get around, I went over the bars, and yeah, it tried to beat me, but luckily I got the end of that one. But
yeah,
yeah,
that was sick.
it man, my whole back was scabbed up, and uh, it was not. I mean, it's a good memory now, but that day I was like, damn, or that night sleeping sucked. I remember
I can imagine. Yeah, you probably had road rash for a while after those crashes on that thing.
that.
How did you were doing a bunch of ice pick fakies for a while, sometimes pegless. You did one at Metro Jam, Roots Gym.
Um, I just wanted to how I started just 180 in box jumps was I would just pedal as fast as I could in 180 parking spaces and see how fast I could go pedaling backwards, you know. So that's how that came to be. And then the ice pick the fakie stuff was I just wanted to kind of push my own limits with it and see where I could go with that. And then it I ended up doing a lot more than I at first thought was possible,
Okay.
and then just took it from there and kind of got comfortable with pedaling backwards fast. So it made my gears, my brain turn a little bit, and I just kept going with it. And then as far as the pegless went, I like bikes without pegs just because I'm a racer, you know, and I just think they look and feel better. But uh, I started just doing doubles on stuff and on the dropouts. So then ice picks, I eventually started doing those and learning them, and it all worked out. So I was like, well, why not try this and try that, and it worked. So I mean, I think now, have you seen Benny doing
Yeah.
hangovers with no
Yeah.
peg? That's
It's
nuts.
crazy.
So it's cool to see it come back around because I thought it would take off a lot more than it did, but it's hard, man. No pegs is hard. Like to use your dropouts.
Yeah, yeah. It's not easy on your bike all the time either.
No, it seems like it would be a lot more now because they have a lot. Actually, I don't know if you'd be able to use them though. All the dropout protectors that like Odyssey makes the plastic ones, and before I would have Matt Behringer machine one for me, because he machines stuff at his house and does bar ends and stuff. So he'd make me a dropout protector, hub
Oh, that's
protector.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you ride his yard frequently? His new yard?
Not as much as I'd like to. I rode it for the first time last year. How
Okay.
nuts is that? And then I've been riding. I've probably ridden it a couple more times since then. But I'm actually meaning to go up there soon. It's just like it's like an hour from my house, so
Oh, nice.
an hour north with traffic, I guess. It just depends. Oh man, my best memory of Behringer. That's a good one. I have a lot of memories with Behringer, dude. The, the first The first time I went out of town at all was with Matt and Panty Boy, and I was 14, and we went to Reno.
For that NBL race, right? ABA race, right?
Yeah, ABA race, and there was a jumping contest at it. So Matt entered the jumping contest, and me and Panty Boy just watched. And then from there on out, I started traveling with Matt to Vegas and to California and things like that. And Matt, pretty much the way you see him or think of him, he's such a character, but he doesn't. That's just him, He's the funniest, good-hearted, talented person, man. Yes, you're wearing your R-Box shirt right now. Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. Do you run his bar end still?
Oh yeah.
You got a nice, probably
Yes.
for life, huh?
Yeah, for life. He sponsors me. I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
kidding. He does help me out with them though, but um he's gonna make me I'm gonna have him make a because I run the gold gosh, what material is it anyway? But they're gold, and I'm gonna have him make a. He's gonna make me a gold titanium because I guess you can have an anodized um,
Okay.
bolt that holds your forks on. Because I've been geeking out lately on my bike again to
Yeah. Did you
make it
just
all
build a new
color.
bike or?
Yeah, actually, that'd probably be a good thing to do.
Yeah, let's check out your bike.
Oh shit! I gotta get it out of the Trans Am, Sean. I can show people how
We
this
can see the
works out.
Trans Am too.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see. How do you flip this shit around?
The top corner, top left corner.
Like how white
Oh,
people
he's talking
probably
about me.
don't.
I took a sip of my drink. So.
Oh, there it is. People probably don't even know about Y2K anymore. I'm not Y2K compatible. Y-Team-K compatible. Um, so here, wait. Yeah. So here's the tranny.
Same
The
one you've always had too, right?
O2.
Okay.
So I've had it like 18 years or so. There's Truffle chilling. Truffle. Truffle. Sit. Let's sit. She's chasing after the phone's reflection. She likes shiny stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's a little dirty right now. Yeah, I'm gonna. So check that out.
Oh, that's sick.
It took a while to realize that I could fit it in my trunk without the spare out of there. And me and Chesney, back when I'd pick him up in '02 from flying out from Erie, it was we'd put him in the back seat. So 2 bikes in the back seat, tearing things up. Oh shit! This is that new, the prototype seat that a kid made and sent to me. I can't remember his name right now, unfortunately, but
Oh, it's rails too. Nice.
yeah, I want to have him make a slim one to get slimmer, like more like race these. But
Yeah,
then
that's dope.
have the other one available as well.
Your wolf seat, you think you'll ever do that again too?
Oh, they're doing it again right now.
They
It's
are?
big, yeah.
Okay.
So here's a hand tooled one. My friend Ben did.
Oh, that's dope.
It's hand tooled and with leather. And then he just punched the Aitken Odyssey in the back, and it's sick because as it wears, like as you scratch it, it just makes it look sweeter, like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
badass. But yeah. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. So you gotta turn the bars, and then maybe I'll be able to set it up. Yeah, I had to pull it out.
That colorway is sick. It's tan. It kind of looks like the bike you won Dew Tour on.
Yeah, that's the that bike that I crashed and won the do tour on was a black one, I think, and I spray painted it tan
Oh, okay.
bars, and that's the one they auctioned off. But um, yeah, I've always kind of went after like making bikes earth tones and stuff for some reason.
Yeah, you had a brown bike for a while.
Yeah, the ship brown
Couple of them
one.
actually. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I like that color. Sick too. So I'll pull it up. I get a flat tire right now, but
Yeah, that's sick.
there been any questions coming in? So there she is. I'll put the seat that I was gonna put that black one in, but I gotta machine or probably sand the seat post down like that. It's too thick because it's just a no name seat post.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm going after the colorways and stuff, and I haven't done this since I was a kid. Like red. I wanted the army green wheel rims, so I did those, and the red stem and sprocket, and then Matt's gonna machine that bolt for me to be the same color as the bar ends.
Yeah, that's gonna look
So
good. Yeah, it looks dope. Even got gold stem bolts, looks like.
yeah, yeah, had to. They think they come for sale like that too on my
Okay.
site. So
Are the brakes going to stay on? I know you were brakeless
Oh
for a
yeah,
while.
I was brakeless up until I left to film for Anthem too, and I was like, I'm not riding those trails without brakes. And for me, it's just I don't know, brakes, no brakes, whatever you're into.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
for me, I like skidding, dude. Like how long skidding and just being the thing about it is just being able to casually go around town and not worry. You know, it just puts another worry on your shoulders at the skate park or at the. It did for me, anyways. I'm sure there's kids now that have just ridden with no brakes forever that aren't like that, but for me, it's just kind of where I started and what I know and what I like. So,
It saves your shoes too, which is nice.
oh yeah, I'm sure. I I rode for probably a year without brakes, I think, and it's just having that little extra emergency brake that I like.
When was the last time you rode a gyro? Like over 20 years
Oh
ago,
man,
probably?
probably back when I was like 14, 15, maybe. No, it was before I was 15 because I got on bully when I turned 15, and that was probably 14 years old, so it's
Been a long time.
20 years or something. But yeah, I that's when I was toying around with what I liked or not, you know. Thanks, dude. Puerto Rico, Fit Puerto Rico part was fire. These are awesome questions.
Yeah, what was your favorite trip you went on with Fit? I mean, you've been in a couple of
Oh
different
man,
countries and stuff.
back in the day, it didn't matter where we went because just with the team, we just had good time and made and rode whatever. So my favorite one though, I think was um, Barcelona was awesome, really fun time. But I like the Puerto Rico one because we got to swim in the ocean and like it was more exotic feeling, you know. And
Yeah,
I still
totally.
like watching that video because it brings me back to it.
Do
But
you ever see clips and videos and you're like, oh, I forgot we did that or I did that?
yeah, it's funny you say that because just the other day someone posted a picture at the Broken Banks of me doing a can tire grab out of it, and I
Yeah, out of that
forgot I
wall
even did that.
or the pill off the pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all the time, it just brings back memories, or I forget about it. I mean, there's still one video. I think it was like a Nachos video or Supreme or something. I filmed before I even got on. Um, it was before I even got sponsored that I filmed, and I can't remember what it's called, or I haven't even seen it since.
Oh,
So yeah, that happens a lot though.
that'd be cool if that circulates. Maybe it will come up on YouTube one day.
Yeah. See what Ryan Mills is asking. How you doing, Mills? I remember at Proving Grounds, we watched you guys pick the ground box up vertical on the spine and you doing the 360 downside fast plant on that. I always remember that. Yeah, it was a good day, man. I was filming for my ride interview on the on those ones. I think if I remember right, even though my mind's a little bit sideways doing a kick out now. See, can we talk about how you could shred pegs and no pegs, like the ice and over ice? It's funny that over ice and anthem, all that stuff. I think the over there's like the stuff at Fuzz's backyard, and then there's one clip at Fairmont Park. They do like a hop over the fence manual to the fast plant 190 in. That stuff was filmed by Stu for like a coalition thing, or some company's video he's gonna make, and he's gonna use it for friends section. And
Oh,
then
that's cool.
when I filmed for Anthem, I only filmed like I think 4 days here, and then um, I yeah about a week here, and then the 3 days in Pennsylvania, and then I crashed. So he used all the old footage that he had also, and it actually turned out really awesome.
Yeah, it was an amazing part. You were only filming for three. You only had 3 days of footage in Pennsylvania. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I think we went to three. Yeah, I'm pretty sure three because we filmed in Pittsburgh at Monroeville for one of them, and then we went to Posh. Maybe we were at Posh 2 days, but yeah. So yeah, four. So then we went to Posh, and I filmed there for a couple days, and then the next day we were gonna go to damn it, my what's the other trails out there?
There's Posh, Caddy
Caddy, yeah,
is
we're
in,
gonna go to
yeah.
Caddy. We're gonna go to Caddy the next day, and then I crashed. So yeah, it was
Do
pretty.
you do you uh do you remember up until the crash, like, filming those clips and stuff, or do you just
Um,
kind of?
I at first I thought I was missing about a week, from the people that actually remember that day fully, and they helped me put the pieces back together. Um, so I remember Cardona was like, "Yo, Mikey, you remember that day we were talking about how it's crazy, like, kind of, I guess, crazy slash funny, how in BMX it would probably be a lot like people going to war because
Yeah.
you have friends from all over the place. People are from different places, and they all get to become good friends, and then you crash and get hurt, and you don't see them for a while." So I was like, yeah, yeah. And then he was sitting on the sidewinder, or the one hip, the left hip. I can't remember the name of the section, but it goes left hip and then right hip, and that was the one I did the 360 table to look back on. But he was sitting on that landing heckling everybody, and that
Okay.
helped me put that together. And then I talked to Chase Hawk, and he remembered stuff, and it just kind of like putting the pieces back in, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely it was a cool video part to get under your belt, before everything
Yeah, yeah, I know.
having trails and everything in it.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because that happened, my accident, and then I didn't know where I was and what was going on, because it's like, from what I've taken, having a TBI is like having a brain injury, or getting knocked out times 100, we'll say.
Okay.
It's just, how people ask what happened, where am I,
Yeah.
over and over. It's like that, but it's way more. I remember when I woke up, dude. They'd ask me every single day, "Where are you at? What day? What day is it? Who's the president?" All this stuff, and I couldn't remember. And I
Oh,
wanted
that's
to get it
gnarly.
right so bad, but I couldn't, and went on like that. I don't think I might have got one of the questions right every so often, but it just took a really long time, and even still, there's things I can't remember or have a hard time with because my processor got damaged in my brain. So
Okay.
there was a thumbprint size bruise on my brain on the left side. So I have a left side frontal lobe brain injury, and I had pressure on my brain stem.
Oh, that's
So
gnarly.
yeah, so it um, just took a long time and repetition, and I'm pretty stubborn, so I don't give up easy.
Were the doctors obviously not predicting